bright young faces. You'll meet these guys in just a second. Welcome back if you are a student. There's now online help available to land you grants to help pay for your education. We know it's expensive. Ogrant has a number of ideas to help you. Here to tell us how that works, as well as an initiative to throw fundraising parties. Shachin, Ghelani, and Saroop, Bharwani from Ogrant. Gentlemen.
How are you?
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Excellent.
I'm 28 as well.
All right, so you've been through the experience of trying to pay for your education and find the money to pay for it probably for many years to come.
Absolutely.
What does Ogrant do to help this?
Basically what we do is connect students to money using social media. What we've developed is a social media platform where students can get money for school using things like videos and images, as opposed to traditional ways such as essays, transcripts, and reference letters.
So show me an example, if you would.
Great, absolutely. You know, this is our homepage. What we do is partner up with organizations that want to give back to the student market based on different questions. So one of our main partners, scholarshipscanada.com, they created a program on our site. And they basically wanted to ask students, you know, how have rising tuition fees affected you? And how would a grant from us help you out? Show us your story in about a 3-minute video.
Oh, super.
So here students can learn about the program from an information page we create. And then other students who don't apply can actually view other people's content. So right over here is actually one student submission.
There are some things money can't buy.
And that's his title. And as the video comes up, basically he just talks about his story in terms of how tough it is for him to pay for school. We have a number of other different submissions, but basically people just answer the questions.
And who makes the decision based on the 3-minute video?
The students definitely have a say in it.
Yeah.
One thing we did a lot of feedback on, we interviewed a lot of students when developing this idea, and students actually wanted a say in who makes the decision. But so they have about 1/3 of the decision in this program, for example. But yeah, they get a very big say in it.
And under here we have views, we've got feedback and supporters, in this case 0. What does that mean?
Well, basically what happens is students have a certain period where they can submit submissions, and then voting starts at a set period of time.
I see.
And so then that way all the applications have a set period of time to do it. And really the programs, what we're trying to focus on is reward another skill set that tends to be neglected within financial aid, because a lot of times it's just done the traditional way. But, you know, we did focus groups across the country, and what students were telling us is, listen, we're immersed into social media, yet we can't do it. So what if we could use a video, or what if we could use an image to really show talent?
Absolutely brilliant. Here's a basic question. Where does the money come from?
From these organizations that partner up with us.
Okay, and why are they so supportive?
They really just want to give back to students. And here's a platform for them to actually tap into a space that they're trying to get into within social media.
Yeah.
And be able to give back to them.
So you held these focus groups across the country. Where did this whole idea come from in the first place?
When we were applying for grad school, we worked in the private sector for about 3 years. When we were applying for grad school, we looked into grants and scholarships, and we realized that a lot of them catered to only a certain segment of students, and I'm definitely more creative, and I would have loved a grant where I could have done something like this. So we just popped into our heads, and the light bulb came up, and we thought this would be a great idea, so we thought we'd give it a shot.
And how long has this been up and running?
The site's been up for about a month now.
Okay. What's been the response? And you know, how many have responded, and what have other students said? What have they said?
It's been phenomenal so far. I mean, we just get emails a lot of the time from students saying, you know, I would have never had the opportunity to get a scholarship or a grant because my writing skills aren't up to par as some of my other peers, but I'm really more creative and I actually have other skill sets. And so far we've been getting a tremendous response up. You know, one program we actually did want to showcase, just in terms of the breadth of programs that we have. There's this organization that we partnered with called Taking It Global. And what they wanted to do was talk about Canada's perception internationally. So has it increased, has it decreased over the past couple of years? And essentially what they did was create a program where 4 countries, the US, Sudan, Afghanistan, and India, and you have to say what these 4 countries think about Canada. And essentially what we did was create a template. We can just pick on any one of them.
What made you choose those countries?
It was based on Taking It Global's mandate.
Yeah,
so they basically,
but even Afghanistan.
I know, well,
really?
Especially given our current role there.
Absolutely.
We can just pull up any one right now.
Yeah.
Here's one. Here's one where basically a student can creatively show with images and text what these countries think about Canada.
For every dollar we thank you, for every inaction, thousands more cry out for you. That's from Sudan.
Yeah.
From Afghanistan, you were the crutch which supported us, but all wounds heal, and we once again walk freely without aid. Wow, that's incredible.
And you know, some are more critical, some are more positive, but at the end of the day, what ends up happening is you're really fostering a lot of thought and conversation with really bright minds.
These are out of the hearts and minds of young people, of students who are going to be our future.
The future
and
leaders
deserve
of this country.
Deserve a break, absolutely. I got to say, and I've come across a whole lot of ideas and a whole lot of people in my 30 years in television. This is one of the smartest things I've heard of. Good for you.
Thank you very much.
Ogrant. So that's what people need to know, and congratulations. I hope this really takes off. Win-win situation for everyone.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well, the Canadian dollar has sparked another record cross-border.